How to Eat to Live, Book 1, by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Chapter 6, Fasting. Fasting is a greater cure of our ills, both mental and physical, than all of the drugs of the earth combined into one bottle or billion bottles. Allah God, in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, has taught me that fasting with the right kind of food is the cure for our ills. He has said to me that there is no cure in drugs and medicine, and this the world is now learning. We can take medicine all of our lives until it kills us, yet we are still ailing with the same old diseases. The bad foods and drinks that we are putting into our bodies keeps us a victim to illness. There are very few nice doctors who like to tell you that drugs are not good for you because they paid for their learning and want to keep practicing. But how to eat to live is what we want to know and have wanted to know all of our lives. All men and women want to know how they can prolong their lives. Nature teaches us to stay here in this life as long as we can. Nature has never taught anyone that he should leave this life and find another one somewhere else, because we only have one life. And if this life is destroyed, we would have a hard time trying to get more life. It is impossible. So, try to keep this life that you have as long as possible. Go when you cannot stay here any longer. Allah taught me that one meal a day would keep us here for a long time. We would live over 100 years. Eating one meal every 2 days would lengthen our lives just that much longer. He said to me that you would never be sick eating one meal every 3 days. The fact that fasting is the cure for 90% of our ills is known by the medical scientists. But they do not teach you that. They know that tobacco, hard whiskey, and alcohol are not good for you and will shorten your life and kill you. But most of them are too weak themselves to stop drinking, smoking, or chewing tobacco. So they do not teach you that tobacco and alcoholic drinks made into what is known as whiskey, beer, and wine are not good for you, although they know it to be true. They will say, yes, it is good for you if you are temperate. But they know that once you get started on that stuff, it is such an enemy that it just takes you into its power, and it is almost like trying to break an iron chain to get away from the habit. So, do not use tobacco in any form, and you will live a few years longer. Fast once a month for 3 days, 4 days, or for whatever length of time you are able to go without food, without harming yourself, and you will feel good. Did you know that if you would stop eating pig and the food that you should not eat, stop eating 3 and 4 times a day, and stop drinking whiskey, beer, and wine, you would save much in the way of money? In prolonging your life by abstaining from the pig, alcoholic drinks, and tobacco, you will also be adding money to your savings by hundreds and thousands of dollars. You will be depriving those pig raisers, tobacco growers, and alcoholic distillers of millions of dollars, of which they rob you as they hasten you to your grave. You could stop the tobacco growers from growing that stinking weed by turning away from the use of it. And you could stop the pig raising by not eating the stinking hog. These things are death to your children in their early ages. They even affect the reproductive organs of people in the early ages, as well as affect the heart, lungs, and your sharpness in thinking. And after all of this, you die a victim of poison and commercialization. Learn to eat to live. Purchase the books, CDs, and DVDs of the life-giving teachings at store.finalcall.com. Listen to the messages of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan 24/7 at finalcallradio.com. Watch the Nation of Islam's weekly and live broadcasts at NOI.org.